What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a very special broadcast of Nostradamus Toys Live. It's not so much the clubhouse today, as we are not going to be joined by our usual gaggle of guests and co-hosts. Today, I am actually here with a special friend, Ted, who's also a fellow toy collector. If you could not see from around us, he collects mostly Star Wars. Ted, why don't you tell us a little bit about your collection?
My collection is mostly Star Wars. I like the 3-point. I'm sorry, this is my first stream here, but I like the little figures, you know, vintage collection, original, not the Black Series, as you can see.
You like the Lord scale, 3.75/118.
That's what I meant to say.
It's the best when it comes to doing vehicles, play sets, and, you know, all that fun stuff that we enjoyed as kids growing up. 1/6 is cool for a collector scale, but kind of run out of options, although Classified is testing those limits with doing 1/12 scale vehicles, but that's just because they're pure madness. People are running out of shelf.
Yeah, I think, you know, unresolved trauma from childhood kind of has left me in a lull, and I'm just trying to recreate my childhood by collecting my toys.
Hey man, I had a house fire that burnt up my childhood, so I've definitely got to reclaim it.
Yeah,
it's what it's all
about.
about.
Barbie Dream House or something.
Oh, I'm totally moving into the Barbie Dream House. It's big enough. I can fit in there.
Don't forget Skipper.
I'm gonna get that and the Cat Slayer, Super 7 Cat Slayer. Put them up. Put some blankets over the top. Totally have a 10 for.
Yeah, I looked at that thing. It's pretty big.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's fucking gorgeous in person. All right. So, Ted, why don't you tell us exactly what is it that we are going to be unboxing on this special May the 4th?
All right. Well, I have had this brown box back here for several years now, and we've been working on trying to plan this for over a year now.
Well, over a year.
Yeah, now we've actually got a moment to do it, even if everybody on the planet has already done their boxes, but I don't care about them because this is our box.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know, we have a special friend who comes on Saturday nights with us. His name is Highly Articulated, a good friend Adam. He has a show that runs on Wednesdays at like 11 p.m. And he calls it Open Late because he's opening late at night, and it's normally a figure that's been out for like a year or so that everybody else is already open. So, you know, we're just taking a little hint from him. Or, you know,
I like to play on words. It's like the Big Bang Theory. I didn't start watching it until like the 3rd season, and everybody wants to tell me all about the past. And it's like, stop killing it for me. I don't want spoilers and get into it late.
Spoilers. Worse. All right. So we got quite a few people jumping in the chat here and joining us right now. Let's go ahead and start saying hi to those folks. We have Jason's Electric with the Is It Live? Hope so. Definitely is, brother. Andrew Davis saying, holy crap, back at it already. I know it was just like 6 hours ago you guys were still talking to me. Joe Fan 84 just wanted to say hello. Unfortunately, a lot going on my way right now, so I had to catch the replay. Have a great day. It's all good, brother, man. I mean, this is normally when we go live anyway. So the collector is mentioning nice tapestry behind us here with the incomplete Death Star from Return of the Jedi.
That's my wife's for my 50th birthday last year, or this year now, I think. Still,
well, this past year.
Yeah, it was this past year.
He's like, how old am I?
something.
Our good friend Toy Connections in the house saying, whoa, that's right, Ken, we're going live. Like, what, your old time slot, I think? Fat Red Foo saying, hello, Oz. Cannot stay, leaving a like, and we'll have to catch up later. All good, brother. The Duchess of Darkness saying, hello, gentlemen and everybody. We have Alpha Magnus here saying, yo, boys. And Payne's Toy Samples with a, hey, kids. Let's see. Actually, we have some other people here. We got Trevor 16 Shooter. What is up, my friends? Good to see you here. I'm breathing in and out. Oh, okay. There we go. A little in talk in there that I missed. All right. So Trevor's a big Star Wars fan. He actually he just came back from being at Disney or Star Wars Celebration in Japan recently. I got to see all the cool stuff over there that we get to miss here in the U.S. So, as you guys know, I normally do not do this whole unboxing thing like this. I'm not normally one to do reviews. So this is going to be a little bit different for us as we're actually going to try to open this and review it. But this is the first time this thing's going to see the light of day. So bear with us while we try to crack this thing open. I have no idea how many boxes are in this giant shipper box.
At least one.
At least one. At least one. Probably more.
We're going to review it?
Not really review. We're just going to open it up.
Okay. I thought it was going to be like my childhood. I was just going to blow it up or set it on fire or something.
That would be heartbreaking.
Yeah, it would be. So I can't do it anymore.
Not in the house.
At least not in the house. The rules have been set. We can do it. It's just not in the house. I'm going saying I had no idea how I missed 16 Shooter at Joe Lana. Still bugs me. You mean Toy Lana? Or did we have Joe Lana already? I don't know. I can't ever figure out those shows because they're too closely named. So let's get this thing up here on the table and go ahead and figure getting this cracked open. Trying to control the chat the best I can here. What? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Dave. Hey, you posers, action figure posers. Yeah, okay. So.
We'll start with the basics here. Let me just get this out of its shipper box.
That's right. Start with the basics. So when this thing came out, I was actually unemployed entirely at the time from PayPal when this was going on. But what a friggin' awesome project to get that kind of scale. You know, they did, at the time they weren't doing much of the one-to-one scale vehicles kind of deal. We had the Legacy Collection Falcon. We had that one X-Wing. But this thing was just a beast.
And then they blew it up unceremoniously.
Totally just blew it up on us, And then we had to settle for the little Naboo Starfighter Super Mod, which I don't see how many bounties he's going to be able to fit in that thing.
Well, after he takes their head off, brings them in cold, he can go pew pew across the galaxy.
That's true. That's true. Do you need some help pulling the box off of that?
What's your coffee?
I think I got it.
Your little they're falling over.
That's okay.
They're just jealous. Nobody cares.
They're drunk.
They got that drink on.
You can get it pulled off.
So I dig the fact that they went like full retro style box on there with black and white, saving on the color printing back in the day.
Amazing what people pay for just the box alone.
Right? Yeah,
Color
complete
in the front,
boxes.
you got that classic 1980s line art drawing on the rear.
Gotta love it. That is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, it looks like, just we're used to like certain types of ships, and this one always kind of reminded me of Serenity from Firefly, but more badass.
And I forgot who the artist was developing one. He patterned it after the A-10 Warthog, American close-in ground defense fighter, and that thing was still one of my favorite aircraft of all time. Let's go ahead and pull this thing out of its box.
That's right. So Dave's Dimension says your package is huge. So that's a big package.
Well,
Giggity.
no. When you got a big box, you got a big package.
That's
You got a dirty package.
dirty package.
Your box is dirty.
Up Magus said it'll be back this season.
I sure hope.
I saw, sir.
They're dirty bombs.
Henri popping in saying, hey, all, have a good stream. Going to celebrate having a 14-year-old. Once again, brother, I know we were saying it last night, but, you know, happy birthday to you earlier this week. Happy birthday to him as well. You kept them alive for 14 years, man. You're doing aces.
Well, so it's 14 plus. Very good.
Is it coming out?
A little bit. Here
Is it crowning?
we go. No, it's crown.
Push.
Oh, breathe.
It's breach.
Oh, no.
I was breaching. Fuck that.
We got some carbonite blocks. Is there anything on this side?
Yeah.
Just lay it down. It looks like the stand is on the bottom.
Okay. I was wondering because I know we had all those little carve outs right there.
Where did I put them like that? How do I lose things?
That's on your seat.
Yeah, let's sit on that.
So yeah, you're gonna shove a knife up your ass. Oh, guys, you've seen it all here on Nostradamus Toys Lab. We had prolapse, you know, over a year ago. Now we're gonna cut a guy's asshole open with a box cut.
I can go and hold the knife. Why are you making comments like
Because it's my show.
You can kind of spirit it if it makes you feel better.
that? No, I don't want to hurt him much.
Or you can get his spell.
Ooh. Dave says, so after you guys assemble this, are you going to take it outside and blow it up?
No.
I'm asking for a friend. Just saying we're not going to do it. I mean, at least we know we can't do it inside anyway.
No.
The law was laid with that. William Huston says, had the Razor Crest, loved it. The engines are so impressive. Had to let it go. Ooh.
Can't believe that they didn't give any kind of lighting or sound either.
Yeah, it's kind of a disappointment.
A little bit. Now, these look like they're holding that.
It's kind of false safe. Just in time. Nice pull out. Pull out game on point.
It is strong with me. Well, it's great, but say made the fourth keep it.
And Thor KC saying that N1 looks gorgeous. Right, we got that here. But and Adam Radical Toys jumping in saying, hey, all, what is up, brother? Good to see you. Happy May the 4th. All of us Star Wars nerds getting our nerding on today. This thing is huge.
It is. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yay!
Where's that?
Yes, you
Thought I got it, but
Oh, because it comes up here.
yeah,
They got it gridlocked. Ooh. Look at them fancy.
they did not play around with the packaging.
How about them, Tara?
Them tails. Tastes like tails.
This is a pre-tariff crest thing.
You're gonna mess up that.
That's the what? You maybe take it out of the box. Yeah. I'm sorry, future wrong.
Try to.
Yeah. Oh, we
There
got
we
it.
go. It was like one little piece. Ooh, yeah. Some assembly. It is gorgeous.
Said that somewhere. See, well, it's
Yeah, because we'll have to get the extra parts out of that.
You'll be able to tomorrow. Here.
Yeah, we'll come back to it.
Do you need a screwdriver or anything?
Look, it's a $500 action figure.
Ooh. Let's play the hell with it. I'm going to go rub him in the dirt so he's battle damaged.
Whether
Totally weathered. All right, so what other figures came inside with their special the vintage collection card back? So we had a little Jawa,
this would be King Jawa.
little hooded clan member here. It's
King
crazy.
Jawa of the clan. Enslaver of droids, they're just racist, is what they really are.
It's true.
Ooh, my guns are huge.
Ooh, I like the way you hold those
You
guns.
think my package is big.
That's right. And we got a little Grogu action going on here.
How many variations of this guy are going to come to existence over the next 5 years?
Oh, we got like 4 of them upstairs.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna say, like, you know, they just keep repackaging this guy. So,
package, repaint, just repent.
repackage, repaint, repent. I saw the Lego UCS Razor Crest is 30% off, but I haven't even built my minifig scale Razor Crest yet. Anyway, FOMO's still real. Yeah, I hear you, man. Skyfall saying, "Ooh, teeny."
Bottini. Carbonite victims,
There you go.
bounties. No Jar Jar Binks, so that would be awesome. I would not like one of them. Oh yeah, the weapons Greedleys. This is going to be like a 15-hour process. We'll address this after the cameras shut off. Tissue paper to wipe your tissues.
Mr. Blue my nose. Tears of joy.
Stand.
Pivot.
Dog.
The bottom side of the box is just what's left is the stand itself, and then we'll have a couple more pieces to grab out of the other styrofoam block over here. This thing
You
is
see, we're not worried about intrinsic value. We're here.
yes. Open your toys, folks.
Yeah,
Have
play
fun
with
with that. Play with it on camera.
Yeah, you're not going to retire from collecting this stuff. Yeah, if you like doing it for an ego to display it or anything like that, I get it. But my God, enjoy the stuff that you paid your money for. Because trust me, nobody else wants to see it.
And
Right, honey?
Yeah.
Menhoza here with us saying, "May the force be with us all." And TD3 Trooper saying, "What's up, my dudes? What is going on, Troy?"
You want to do some unwrapping here yourself? You got a big old fat thing. You we wrapped it. See it. Why don't you unwrap it?
Not a problem. I can definitely do that. Get some turbines off here. And you pop those bad boys out.
Right on the door, dude.
Nah. Keep it in one spot. It's like when I have all my Mythic Legions food. I pop all their cardboard.
I think this guy got
Totally went the
busted
wrong way.
mid. Look at
That dude was definitely masturbating.
that. 2 hands.
You can't just stand in and be like, wah, wah, wah.
There's probably a way to do it. I just don't know how to.
Here. And in.
Wow.
Is that one of those special cameras? If I do this, it'll do it? No. I'm throwing out how big my pee-pee is. That's right, folks. Even during the day, I'm loopy and don't give a shit.
Now, from what I've read, you got to be careful about the doors on these things. Those are really pretty delicate on the landing here.
Good to know.
But, that's what it's for.
See, that's the other fun part about letting everybody else go first. You get to find out all the shit that's easily breakable so that you don't fuck it up. And you do it. Sounds about right. Gotta unsleeve this motherfucker. Take over here, baby.
It's hours right now.
Hours.
Oh,
Oh, man.
It's got some manly weight.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it's got weight. It's got some womanly weight, too. I don't want to be sexist.
It's definitely not broken. It's got all the curves in the right place.
As long as hard silver.
That's what I told her.
I don't know if I'm going to want to display it, but probably not.
No.
But let's start with the basics. Figure out how these guys.
The most fragile part.
What's that?
The most fragile part.
Yeah, it's for Gile. It's not French either, or Italian.
Really?
Really? For Gile.
Oh, yes.
I hear everybody was complaining like the holders for the carbon lights inside.
On the
Around
rail.
people think that, oh, it's broken. It's not broken.
No, it's just a rail system.
Just don't know about rails. Anything about jokes.
I'm not used to like looking away from the camera, but just trying to see what's going on screen here as far as the chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what else. Okay, well that makes sense.
So where are the other?
I mean, I would look at directions, but why would I do
We're grown men. We don't do the directions.
that? I do.
Oh,
Yeah, I believe in manuals and reading.
I don't.
Look where we're at together in the same place.
That's true. It's going to take.
I definitely need a small something around here to get this going.
What do you need?
Something plastic. It's not going to mar it up. I'm going to not mess it up too much.
Like,
Mendoza saying this is the way. Dang, that all looks so cool, right? Yeah. Like I'm honored that I get to be a part of this because, like I said, I missed out on this thing. So the fact that I get to be able to.
A plastic screwdriver. I don't think we do either.
What about the Fisher Price ones? Fred Gile sounds Italian.
Do like all the panels.
Right? Like that is a really cool detail. I mean, it was kind of like always the thing, like even with the original Millennium Falcon, like, yeah, I had so many compartments that you basically could open up. Seems so basic now, but back then that was like, right, like that was a whole new ball game for that. I know we joke sometimes about how, Star Wars, you had vehicles, you had play sets, and then some things you had VHS sets. And without a doubt, the Millennium Falcon was a VHS set.
I have regular screwdrivers.
I'll use it.
We managed.
Yeah, I got the one panel off, but so you can see the
You want
details.
some like tape or something to wrap around it?
It's either going to work or it's not going to.
Oh no.
We're not shit over. Didn't mess anything up.
I'm aware.
Noise.
Enough light.
He's gonna pop it right in.
I think it's
Box dry.
forwards and stuff.
Here, if you need some additional on it, pop my phone.
Oh, no.
And a special shout out to my buddies Customs who popped on in the test room because I needed to check everything audio wise to make sure we could all be heard, and everything seems to be going. So appreciate you, bud, for helping me test that before we went live, so we didn't look like a bunch of asshats. Because I'm supposed to be a professional at those, but I don't know who called me that.
Professional means you're making money. That's your career. That's your job.
Well, that's true. I do make a little bit of money. Make some chump change.
I'm definitely not a professional.
You got that balancing on a piece for the other side one. Be careful.
Thank you for the warning. Just want to get this piece in. There we go.
No.
Let's get the front.
Popping it in all the holes, and it's working. All right, we got our boys here. Hella Dope Toys saying hello, friends. I don't know if it's Ted. I don't know if it's AA Ron, but we appreciate you being here, brother. Thank you. Mendoza saying code 54, Jawa down.
A lot of them are these guys. It was a party last night.
And, surprisingly enough, we had highly articulated, the guy I was mentioning before, joining us saying, I'm late, but I'm curious why Ted hasn't opened this before.
I was waiting for us.
Yeah, actually, like I said, for over the last year, we were just trying to find time that both of us could get together to do this and actually get it done. So now we are finally getting this bad boy open. Man, it's beautiful. This is a beautiful work of art. And Kenzo's Creations saying, happy May the 4th. I'm glad to see all you guys are up with us.
This was well thought out on how they designed this. The whole setup.
Right, the engineering is.
I just had you open too. There we go. The big thing, I wish you could move your camera so you get a close look at the cockpit once I figure out how to open this one.
I can manage it.
And just like the Millennium Falcon, you can put all your figures inside of it at one time.
Remote cam coming up. Just gonna make sure that we mic. And we're gonna need to flip cameras.
No. This is one of the push goals with Has Lab when they met a certain amount of backers who got an escape pod for it. Although they never showed it in the show, but it's just kind of a neat little thing to have. More gimmicks.
That's a good torpedo.
Here. Now you can use that as a remote camera here. Kind of give a tour on the inside.
Get a
And
cops.
I'll get it full screen. Check out that cockpit.
Could be upside down. I can't tell. If it is, I
No,
apologize.
that's good. Got that girth cockpit, pretty wide.
Look at that long, sleek shaft right there.
Oh yeah.
It should be like opera music while this happens.
I can make that happen.
And
Play some opera music.
play some Lock Made to Leaves.
Yeah, sure. Play some opera music.
And of course, everybody's favorite. It goes in there deep.
That is pretty deep. Very nice. I like it.
And also little things. Yeah.
Watch your
my
fingers
fingers
over the
there.
camera. There you go. A little different add-ons and stuff there.
Then the clan.
Clan, hooded clan of Tatooine.
Oh, and Daphne, here, who's going to hold this. I
So
will leave this to your imaginations.
yeah, he was going for one last rub before he decided to get frozen.
Yeah, I mean, well, think about it. He's going to be hard forever. And this guy, we'll call him Jazz Hands because he's jazz handing. Jazz Hands. Let's get an arm dead. We're going to arm wrestle. Jazz Hands. And from what I can tell, well, I don't know if he's playing a flute, a ukulele, or maybe he just has major
Musical band.
and some frozen chick. Yeah. You figure out your backstory. There is one, but you figure your own out.
Awesome.
Cannons.
Got that close-up shot there, everything, folks. And remove Doughboy now from the screen. Because that's what I call that camera.
A tab A goes in a slot B. There we go. Actually, the opera's going very well. No lie.
You can turn it up a little bit.
Soothing. On the opera music from The Fifth Element. The space opera, since we're doing space. There we go. Now we got it.
Remember, kids, not everything on goes in one way. This is one of them that does.
Yeah, little visitor, little groovy visitor.
You wanna snap some cannons and or NGOs up in this joint?
Well, I mean, engines would be nice that way. I don't have to keep holding on to
I'll
it.
get on this side.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Actually, no.
They are keyed. This is this right.
Yeah,
The
yeah, right.
engines go above the hull line.
Yeah.
Well, the music just crescendoed perfectly.
There we go.
Think.
Yeah, I got mine set up there. But even the panels on the engine covers come off.
Yes.
That is sweet.
Very technical.
Yeah, multiple panels if I'm correct.
Right, yeah,
Where
because
the
here's
Star
the
Wars
other one
stuff.
up here.
It looks like that.
You know, so I can make it look like the Jawas totally rated this thing.
See that?
Getting all up in it. All up in the business. Warm panel. Oh, yeah. Giggity. Mm. You never know what these crazy Jawas is into. And again, folks, I'm hoping everybody can hear us okay. So Thor KC says the Razor Crest stands as proof that Lucas is not the only Star Wars creator capable of making an iconic vehicle, but that didn't stop Disney from destroying it immediately. Hey, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. And we got Rowdy Riles in the house saying, howdy, y'all. What's going on, Riley? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Mendoza says, Teglo Carbonite. Nice.
Keep knocking these guys.
They earned it. They totally earned it.
I got to figure out how I actually do want to display the thing. Whether put it on a stand.
You just do it like that or have it in flight. Yeah.
I like it flash up the details with the landing gear.
Right. Having the bays open and stuff. Like, it almost feels like you're missing out if you just have it in flight the whole time.
But how it feels.
Decisions. That's right. Gotta assemble it. You never know when you might want to switch it up.
Well, can't put them on there right now because
Yeah. Yeah.
fun part. I'm gonna do this one partly up to you. You seen anybody do these? The weapons bay?
No, I've not seen anybody set that up.
Yeah, this is for people with patience. No one watching, so you can't hear how much they're gonna curse.
Is it that much of a pain in the ass?
Well, if you look inside of the side door, not the back side,
Oh, that's where I like to
all these get pressed into the wall. All the luggage and all the weapons and the weapons lock.
No kidding. So
Okay.
all that gets put in. Oh yeah, because I see where there's like little tabs and stuff. Oof.
Yeah, like little things like Grogu's little ball for the controller. And
Yeah, no. I
it's like a pearl.
You can even see it.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, that is so freaking tiny. Like my big Bia Pauls, I wouldn't be able to do that. Is that why they have a couple of them there?
No.
Or are those thermal detonators? Okay, so that makes a lot more sense.
So this little,
Even then, that's still tiny.
little booger balls.
We're talking 1/18 BBs, smaller than actual BBs.
But end of the day, nobody can say this. Pew pew.
Hey, watch it. YouTube has a thing about guns, even toy ones.
Do they?
Oh my god, it was weird. Punk was doing a stream where somebody had a clearly toy gun, and
This
they
is
jokingly,
dirt that I'm holding. How can you tell?
right? But even then,
Are
they
you mimicking it?
they were weird.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's like those zero tolerance crap that we had to deal with. Well, did we want to try to put this in?
I am not going to. Not currently. Not
Okay.
at least that. Not yet. Still interested in looking at the panels. Oh, here's a nice
Ooh.
little thing here. Now, how does this guy come out?
Right, yeah.
Ah,
There we go. That's what's up. Little turret on the back end here. Is there any kind of no control from underneath to make it
Yeah,
swivel or
that
turn?
was the
That
one
would have been
drawback
nice.
that a lot of people complained. They had the BM, the big motherfucking Millennium Falcon.
Right.
Yeah, it had lots of gimmicks, lights, sounds, and this
That's-
they have basically it's a chunk of plastic.
And we've got Drunk Gizmo Customs in the house saying, it's happy May the 4th, brother, as well as with you, my friend. Still building the Razor Crest here. We still got some assembly required. So yeah, where are the ports for these?
These guys go on the front.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
the front.
Just got to remember which is which. Correct. Yeah. This is going to be nuts.
Right.
Also known as port and starter.
Port and starter.
Easiest way to remember that is port has 7 letters, just like left.
7 letters?
I mean, 4 letters. Oh, I had 7 in my head. There's something that I'm thinking about. 7.
There's even starboards.
I can even count it worse.
There you go. There you go. All right.
It's 15 letters in port. Fuck you.
And fuck you is spelled FAH-Q.
It's F-CAW-F. Fuck off. This looks like it's going to be a little bit of a trick.
Right? Because these are the kind of plastic pieces that go in and then,
Never, ever come back out.
yeah, they're not going to be able to pop these out once they go in.
I had one of those Black Series TIE fighters. Yeah, and it's massive, but once they're on, that's it. There's no way to take it back off without destroying the thing. That's all it.
Yeah, I still remember when that came into my GameStop and I was like, that thing's never going to sell. And you know what? I left the store before it did. There we go. Boost.
Now, this part is not so bad because you are able to hang his gear.
Right. That seems like it's way easier because you actually have the panel that you can do. So that's like mostly for the bags. I don't see. Well, some of the guns have a sling, right?
Sort of.
I'll show you what the nightmare I want to do just yet.
Right, because they're all supposed to go in and on.
There is a locker in here. I got to spot it.
I think it's this one, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, because these definitely open. If I can get my finger in there, but my bare paws don't fit. There you go. It's gonna have to be how you get them in there.
It's not just for your environs.
So I'm gonna turn the flashlight on down here. Oh, it's long green and smells like pork. Oh, not my finger.
All right. That empty space is going to be taken with molds.
Yeah. Jeez. They do know that adults were buying this, right?
Yeah. That's why they made it enough to piss you off.
I was gonna say I could not do that. I literally could not do that because of my hand. It's just too big.
Please, motherfucker.
Wow. She's toiting there. Toit like a toiga.
Any fires or anything?
No, this is where that joke about setting it in the fire comes into more reality.
Right. It jumps from being a distant no way I would ever to, Yeah.
Again, a later time, not enough hours in the day to do that.
No, that would be too frustrating to do during this live stream. Although that would definitely be funny. And if I decide to continue to record while we do that, I might set up as a blooper reel. Motherfucker, trying to shit.
We'll be yelling at each other.
Yeah, we would.
And my wife would say, "Stop! Don't fight! The fuck off!"
I'll be coming down here fighting with you.
Getting into the mix, rolling elbows, thrown everywhere.
Star Wars destroys everyone's life.
Bring balance to this.
Fuck off!
Freaking beautiful though, man. I absolutely love all the detail they did on this. Now I kind of want to see the Ghost, like the new ship that they just put out, like in person. Because seeing this in person is way better than just looking at the pictures online.
I remember this.
That should come out, right?
I
Yeah.
can't remember if it folds out or if it slides out.
Hey, let me go back and take a look at the thumbnail from this because it was out in that. It might. There you go. Slide out. Oh no, it isn't. There you go. Now it works.
It's an aggressive part. Spare no expense.
There you go.
Except lights. Yeah, let's put some orange plastic in the back. So I gotta make your own pew pew sounds. Yeah.
Pew pews cost extra.
Yeah, I'm putting in some airplane sounds. or some shit.
No. Stick with the opera music. It's calming and soothing.
It is very soothing.
I mean, we're listening to 5 beats. It's pretty calming too.
It is. So Thor KC says, I really hoped our generation saw through the zero tolerance BS, but it just changes its name to cancel culture or can take it warm or can take it cold, I guess. Right? JMax77 saying, hey, May the 4th, Oz and chat. What is going on, JMac? Hope you and the family are well today, my brother. As you can see, we have assembled this beauty of a ship, this beautiful piece of plastic engineering that is like, this is the kind of thing you get on for Christmas or your birthday as a kid, and you wouldn't be doing anything the rest of the day but playing with this toy because there's just so much cool shit.
That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Not doing anything else. Today. To figure out which piece this actually takes off. Let's see the seam. Actually, it gets a little bit insane how much you can take away from this.
Right? Yeah, like how much you really can pop off of the whole thing. Menhoza says, I can hear the roar of a TIE fighter now. Those look so incredible. Right?
Pull it back off.
Pop all the stuff's out.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're stripping her down, folks. Then you got to question, wait, does this panel actually come off or is it just like this because it was attached to another panel? Yeah, they did. They tore it to shreds. First scene. Oh, wow. Yeah, so it can really look like it got ripped down, like you straight see through that. Hey, maybe you pop the panel off the back of the freaking locker.
That I know does not happen.
Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking.
Actually, the whole panel for the cannon also comes out.
I got Bill Dorkley. The Razor Crest is so nice. It's too bad they didn't give the N1 the same paint treatment. I mean, yeah, like the N1 was a little bit more. Well, no, I guess it wasn't more monochrome after he got into it because, like, it did still have like the yellow streaks and stuff where they didn't. It wasn't perfectly sanded down to the metal.
It was polished like I would say like an old P-51 Mustang.
Yeah.
Like post-war.
Yeah, but you're right. Like they definitely did not give it as much of the detail. Like again, the silvery paint on this versus the just molded plastic look of the N1, just not nearly there. But you know, there's a reason that this cost as much as it did, and then the N1 didn't.
How come he could just fly that like he'd gotten into it and been flying it for 30 years? Like he knew the controls, how to start it, characteristics of it. Every aircraft is different. You have to specialize yourself when you fly an aircraft. You can't just hop in and fly it. Completely unrealistic.
Maybe he's a natural. Yeah. That's the totally unrealistic portion, not the space wizards.
Well, we got people living in space.
We got people in space, but we don't have wizards in space. Jeez,
How do you know?
no wizards up there in that
Hey,
space.
they're all like
Not there are wizards all over the world, but not in space.
Yes. Space magic.
Invisible black magic. How do you know if it's black magic? If it's invisible.
well, black is the absence of light, so that would be invisible.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. And Ray Black joining us saying, well, this is different. Yeah, it's quite a bit of a different setup today because this is just a bit of a different style show than what we usually do.
Yeah, I'm just finding random panels to actually take off right now.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to break her down to her skivvies. And it's working good.
I can see the It says there's something.
Oh, yeah. Here. You want to use the lighting one?
What moves?
Oh, nice. Bill mentions he cracked open some of the vintage collection today to celebrate. It's one of the best ways to do it. Open up some toys today. Open up some Star Wars toys. Watch some movies. Pretend like you're 5, 7, however old you were the first time you experienced Star Wars, and just roll back to it. Bill says, I love the new Snow Trooper from the vintage collection. Yeah. I'm not. I told myself not again with the Star Wars collection because the first collection got burnt up in the fire. The second collection got, destroyed and parts lost here and there through moves and molding. But it's so hard to resist because they're so good. So I got a very small collection now. I'm very selective over what I buy when it comes to Star Wars. And I kind of like it that way because honestly, I'd want it all. If anybody's seen like Rock Gut Station on IG or Empire Toy Works and what they do over there, like that would be what I'd want. I'd want an entire room that is a play set to itself, just building it on and out and building it bigger and bigger.
And having the space and the income to be able to do something.
Exactly, yeah. And we all know that's the biggest challenge. In my opinion, the biggest challenge is always space because you can always make more money, find a way to make more money. One thing you can't do is once you have a defined space, you can't naturally make that bigger, which is why I tell everybody, look, if you're worried about space danger, sell your house because then you can't confine the collection to 4 walls and a roof and you're just outside with your toys. It's awesome. So time is almost also limited. It's so true. Well, guys, we've had this thing cracked open. We've stripped it down, put it all together. We have had a blast just looking and playing with this thing. Ted, any final thoughts?
No, I'm glad that we finally got a chance to make this happen.
Right, year and a half, 2 years later, we finally did this. We've been talking about it for ages, but
And it's just a light unboxing. We're not going like into depth and into details and actually making every single thing lock, stock, and barrel put back together and going through all the lore of the ship and the show and everything. We're just having a good time. You know what? We're having fun.
yeah, we're here to play with the toys. You know what? There are other channels out there that can give you that in-depth review if you like, and you can go watch those guys because they've already done it before.
Play with your food too, not just toys.
Play with your food. Fling it, like poo, like a monkey flings poo.
Don't fling poo.
It totally fling poo. For Harambe, fling poo. All right, guys. Well, it has been fun. May the 4th be with you again on this very special live stream. I know, guys, it's only 48 minutes. Probably the shortest live stream that I've ever done.
It's my longest live stream.
It's true. It's true. We popped another cherry here on Ostradamus Toys Clubhouse tonight because that's what we like doing. But everybody, enjoy the rest of your May the 4th. Go watch some Star Wars. Go play with some Star Wars toys. Get your kids into it if they're not already into it because, it's just got to keep going.
You can go buy some Transformers and He-Man and G.I. Joe and Thundercats and whatever you want. It doesn't have to be Star Wars.
Yeah.
It just happens to be Star Wars.
That's right. All right, folks. We will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Awkward.